The stables today, catching up with Joe Pace. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Very good, mate. This is proudly brought to you by Llowalong Farms, who, for the 2022-23 season, will be standing 10 stallions, and they've got some great initiatives up there, including their breeders' bonus. If you breed to Pastor Stephen, Lather Up, Poster Boy, Raging Bull, and Rockstar, Yankee Rockstar, for no extra money, if those horses happen to win the 2-year-old Vic bred for their season, one of the foals conceived, you'll get a $100,000 bonus. So, which is enormous. So that you effectively, if Pastor Stephen wins and Colt and the filly win, then they're all bred from Llowalong Farms. The people get a $100,000 bonus. As I said, Lather Up, Poster Boy, Raging Bull, and Yankee Rockstar, and they're making these available for me to get out and about. Find out a bit more about people, check out their stable. And firstly, Joe, whereabouts are we, mate?
Melton, or so-called Harkness.
Which is just out of Melton. It's about to be part of Melton, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it used to be Melton West. Now they changed the suburbs and now it's Harkness.
People who may not be from Victoria and all the rest, the urban spread is very, very close here. You've got a school getting built across the road.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's getting closer. It's something that... Look, we don't really want to move, but they force us to move. The school's going to be a big school. It's a Catholic school where it's going to take the whole of 100 acres. And the traffic's going to increase dramatically. So you're not in a quiet area anymore, eh?
No, and it was a quiet area. It was only a horse area. I mean, Gavin Lang, the late Gavin Lang, was stabled across the road, and there just would have once upon a time just been all harness horses. Completely changed now.
Well, my Uncle Angie, he lives 2 doors up, and he always used to tell me back in the 80s he used to jog his horses on the road.
Not now. Not now. How many acres have you got here?
30 acres.
Yep, and training track, big barn that we're in here as well, and it serves you pretty well?
Yeah, it does. Look, I've got everything that I need. I've got a dam at the back, 2 training tracks, a winter track and a fast work track, yards in the middle of the track that can beautiful yards. So yards at the front, plenty of space, plenty of room. Yeah, but how long for? We don't know.
No, I suppose that's probably a bit of bittersweet. Some people turn around and say, "Oh, they'll be rich because they're going to pay him out." Yeah. But this is your home, and this is where you've lived for a vast majority of your life, I'd imagine.
Yeah, look. Before that, I was at Dad's place and up in Rockbank, just a stone throw away from Tapcourt Park, and developers bought him out. So we've been here for 7 years. And after this, look, if developers come around and buy us out, look, I don't think I'll buy another farm. I'll be sort of knocking on the door of 60, so I think I'll pull the pin and buy a house in Queensland somewhere.
I was going to say, Harness Racing Victoria, they might have to get the stables done here at Melton so they can accommodate Joe Pace by the sounds.
Oh, look, there was once upon a time before they did build Melton, they said that they were going to have a training facilities there for people, and it didn't go on. I think in Melton that's what we lack. A training facilities like Cranbourne, Shepparton, and so forth. I've seen the training facilities in Menangle, and it's absolutely magnificent. Yeah. These days it's hard to buy acreage. It's and especially close by. It's if you look, you just need a few million, and a lot of people don't have a few million. Yeah. So if they can come around and build training facilities at Melton, and look, they've got plenty of room there, and plenty of land, and I can't see why they can't build training facilities. And there's a lot of trainers in Melton that are hiring and renting stables and haven't got anywhere to go. And there's only one option, and that's pull the pin and get out of the industry. And that's something that we don't need, yeah.
Definitely don't need it. We definitely don't need it. These are meant to be positive, but they're also no. I appreciate your reality. I think it's key because people turn around and they say, well, if the developers come in, Joe's going to get a fistful of cash. But the fistful of cash is only good, like you said, if you want to move, somewhere else. If you want to stay within the area, you need that fistful just to be able to repurchase.
Well, exactly. Look, I've been living in Melton for probably the past some 40 years. Not more now. Time just creeps away from you. Melton's central to everywhere. To Kilmore, Geelong, Ballarat, Tabcorp, Cranbourne. We're virtually in the middle of harness racing, the heart of harness racing, yeah. And I still don't understand where we haven't got a training facilities in Melton, yeah. A lot of developers that went up pushed a lot of trainers out, and the number of trainers in Melton, there was hundreds of trainers that got actually pushed out and are renting stables or didn't come back into training again. They sold up. So it would be nice to see an actual training facilities in Melton, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty good points, and hopefully the powers that be are listening. Your team going terrific. You'd have to be. Well, they're flying. Supreme Dominator weekend. We'll start at the top. Firstly, congratulations on Saturday night. But just what you've been able to achieve with him over the last 18 months, you just must be wrapped with him.
Oh, look, we went from to hell and back with him, Paul. Yeah, we bought him from New Zealand for the purpose of buying a good horse and racing these features. He ran second in the Northern Derby to Ultimate Sniper. He ran second in the Christchurch Derby to Ultimate Sniper. We knew that we bought a good horse. He came here with good reps. He didn't deliver as we thought. He got crook. He went out for a spell. We bring him back in. We aimed for the Bonanza and for the Chariots. We went across to New Zealand. He got crook again. He went off the rails big time. We didn't really know if we were going to have a horse left. We gave him 5 months off. The first couple of months was touch and go with him. He was that sick. And then a lot of people, a lot of vets just told me that, just chuck him out in the paddock and let Mother Nature look after him and take care of things. And we did. He spent 5 months in the wilderness in Bill Piedano's property, where he had probably 10 acres of forest. He spent most of his time in the forest, and like Bill was concerned that I can't find this horse, and I said, well, that's unfortunately it sort of came to a thing where I virtually told him, I said, look, if he can't come right, we can't do anything else. He popped out of the woods, out of the forest. Bill gave me a call, and he goes, the horse came up to the top of top of the paddock, and he said he looks absolutely magnificent. He goes, if he doesn't make a horse now, he goes, I don't know. I went and had a look at him, and he looked a different horse. So
just a sec. So you're saying he basically just spent the time in the forest. He was adjusted there, but
yep.
Effectively he just said, I'm staying in here and not coming out to see anyone.
Yeah. He look, Bill. Me and Bill walked down there, and we had a look, and he wouldn't come out. He just stayed in the forest. He would not come out. And when I looked at the forest, I was actually scared to actually go in there. Yeah, I wasn't game. Yeah, but he popped out, and Bill gave me a call straight away, and he said the horse is out. He goes, the horse is up front. He goes, look. He goes, the horse is absolutely looking magnificent. And when I seen the horse, I couldn't believe my eyes. Yeah, he when we sent the horse there, he was just very, very sort of skinny. He was skinny, no weight, no nothing. He couldn't hold weight. He was rapidly going backwards, and the vet said that we can't do anything more with him, And then we sort of, took pot luck, and Mother Nature just fixed him. Yeah, time heals.
What a great story. That's huge, and don't take too many more steps back, otherwise you'll be out of the picture as well. But that is great, and I suppose you would have been just hoping to get him back to the races, I suppose, and win. You must be pinching yourself with how he has come back. Like late last season, looks like he's coming right again this season, and at the right time of the year for you as well. The ride he's taking you on, from the lows to the highs, it must be just sensational.
No, it is. Look, and like how I said before, that's why Charlie and Sam bought the horse, for that reason, to compete in the highest level of harness racing. Something went wrong in between. Horses pick up bugs and stuff like that. Unfortunately, he picked a bug that almost just ruined his life. As a trainer, we just tried everything and got a number of vets and their opinions, what to do, and at the end of the day, vets just said, let Mother Nature look after him, and hopefully he pulls through, So that's what we've done.
Brilliant story, Joe. I love that. Yeah. I love that insight, and I think well done to everyone, including the owners, for being patient, because sometimes patience pays. Yep. We look at all these races and you think, it'd be nice to have had him in this or into that, and the likes, but it's not always that simple. So well done to the two gentlemen. I think that's great. Faith in yourself, faith in everyone here that works in your stable. But I think it's a really, really good story that probably hasn't been told, and I think it's just brilliant.
No, it hasn't been told, and only the owners know, and Adrian and Bill Polidano. No one else knows, But look, thank God and cross fingers. He's sort of pulled through, and I think that's what made him into a stronger horse, and into a better horse. His willingness to win. I think that time in the forest that he spent a few months there, thinking and stuff like that. That's what made him mentally stronger and physically stronger. So look, he just came, from nowhere. There was a write up, I think last week, where James Herberson said he just came from I think he was ranked 52 to all of a sudden winning a country cup in the space of 10 weeks.
And flying, and he's run Saturday night. He's just working up by the looks like there's still more and more to come. And there is a couple of nice races towards the end of the season, mate.
There is. Look, he's training. He's training at the moment. His training regime at the moment. It's after each start he'll have 2 days off, miss a hobble, and then I'll try to pick him up the week after, the week before he races. So he's only idling on 90%. And what he's doing at 90%, he's doing a very, very good job. He's coming off the racetrack with a heart rate of 96 to 100, so he's having a good blow while he's out there, and he's sort of carrying a couple of kilos too. There was on Saturday night where Adrian went to hose him down, me and James, we just looked at his rump, and we could just see this massive rump, so he's just idling along. We've got better races coming up shortly. The Victoria Derby, we've got the Victoria Derby, Anti-Dominion and all those.
Victoria Cup, I'll correct you. You said the Derby, it's okay. I don't like correcting people, but people will be going, what's he on about? It's the Victoria Cup.
The Victoria Cup and the Anti-Dominion, so I want him really sort of concentrate on those races coming up, And
the way he's going is terrific. I'll get into trouble. Is there any other horses out in the forest just at the minute that we might have to keep an eye on?
No, because Bill sold his property,
the developers, they came and they got him as well. You train 9 horses. The rest of the team, those going good. You've got some good spreads. It's a bit of highs and lows. You won a race at Yarra Glen, this time last week. It was a Monday week ago, and that was just a nice little fillip. But then I think you were Bendigo the week before, and I think you had a couple that were in the and no joy at all. It's one of the joys of small teams, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and look, just a little sip. Very nice 3-year-old. He goes around very nice. He's aimed for the Victoria Derby in October. He's 4 for 4 in Australia. He's just got this high speed. He can sustain a high speed for a long time. He showed it at Tabcorp and Kilmore and Yarra Glen, where he'd done a bit of work, and he reeled off 27 quarters. And he's a horse that's going forward and going to be in big major races.
The rest of the team, though, so if you said to me you got 9, that means there's about 7 of us. But no, you must be wrapped with how things are going. I think, like I say, sometimes people see and you always have metro horses, but you only got 9 in work. That's a good effort.
Yeah, look, we had, I think, 22 or 23 in work last January. It's just hard to find employment. People come, workers come, workers go, and there's really hard to find someone that's suitable that could stay all day and help me with the horses. So I had to sort of bite the bullet and let a few horses go. I can probably call, I'm training quality, not quantity now, where I've got, something better. He goes around very nice. He's another horse on the way up. That trotter, Harry Stamper, he won the New South Wales Derby. He's pace working at the moment. So it's good to train quality instead of quantity. Makes it a lot easier to get out of bed in the morning, especially these cold mornings. But the stable that I've got at the moment, it's a nice stable. It's worth getting up in the morning for.
Our Kiwi friends will be like cold mornings. The sun is belting. It's actually warm, isn't it? Standing in the sun, just for our Kiwis there. I won't hold you much longer, but we're just talking there before you about mares and sending some of your mares away to stud. Yeah. And is that the next phase for you? Like, I don't think that's something that you've probably embarked on too much, but when you start rattling off some of the mares that you got and where you send them, is that sort of potentially the next phase for you?
Oh, look, it could be, yeah. I've got a group of mares. The
embarrassment of riches in a way, that, don't you?
Rock and Roll Chapel, Archiva Chapel, My Sophisticated Lady, Diamond Party, and It's Powder Blue. They're Rock and Roll Chapel. She's a heaven. Diamond Party. She's an art major. Archiva Chapel, she's an art major, and It's Powder Blue, she's a bettor's mare, and there's Neapolitan Franco, where she's very closely related to Franco. Franco.
Which one is it? Nelson.
Oh, yeah. So she's a changeover. So. Look, there's plenty of mares there, very, very well bred, and won very good races and won a few races, yeah. So it'll be silly of me, probably me next phase in life, not to sort of start being a bit of a breeder, yeah.
Had a little bit of help in the background though, Adrian. He'll keep you young too. I'm sure you probably might say I wouldn't mind retiring, but to try and keep giving him a leg up as well, it's one of those hard things for a dad, isn't it?
Oh, it is, and look. Harness racing can be brutal. There's a lot of lows and there's only a few ups, yeah. And there's a lot of time and effort and money to go into harness racing. Harness racing taught me a lot of things, yeah. Taught me respect, and you can't put respect into youth these days. They got to sort of learn it the hard way, I would like Adrian to follow his footsteps, yes. And you sort of learn respect and loyalty and be virtually loyal to owners and stewards and the power of the bees and thing. But sometimes you just got to weigh up your options and just have a look at the bigger picture, yeah.
He's big on the breeding too, don't worry about that. He knows he's breeding inside out. As I said, these have been proudly brought to you by Llowalong Farms, who will be standing Century Farroh, the former Canadian Horse of the Year as a 3-year-old. He's standing his first season in Australia. And, of course, he is by Mach 3, and we all know what the Mach 3 line has been able to do here in Australian racing and just the excitement machine. So he will be standing his first season at Llowalong Farms, Century Farrow, for the 2023 season. Joe, thank you. Thanks for being here today. We're going to do a couple other little things, but I really appreciate it. You do a little bit of stuff with me behind the scenes as well, mate. So thank you for everything you do, and keep up the good work, and good luck towards the back end of this season, mate. Hopefully I might be door knocking you for a couple of little exclusives just prior to some big races if all going well.
No worries, Paul. It's a pleasure, mate.